So I am going out tonight, which, as you know, does not happen very often. So I need to do makeup, but I am having some sort of like hormonal breakout in this region. Not so much here or here, but right here. Anyways, so I need to cover this up and I need to try to get myself together here. So let's get started. So I have let my primer sit into my skin and now I'm gonna do my foundation. And I realized the liquid foundation brush is semi-new. So if you were with Younique before that, you might have the powder puff brush and use this for foundation. And I used this the other day because my liquid foundation brush was dirty and I forgot how awesome this is. So I am gonna use this to put on my foundation. It's not like designed to be as precise, but it gives a flawless finish. It's gorgeous. Like, I'm a fan. Okay. So, I like it. I'm still doing my usual mix of velour and scarlet. Trying to get my hair semi out of the way. I always end up with makeup in it anyway, but we should do concealer now, because sometimes I wait on concealer, but there's no point because these colors don't have fallout, so I'm not gonna have to worry about that, so we might as well conceal away. So I'm doing Scarlet concealer, so I'm gonna go my under eye area and pinpoint conceal my blemishes. I do use my finger for a lot of this because I think that like the warmth of your finger helps to like melt and set the product into your skin, so I like using my fingers for concealer. The extra I tend to just put on my nose because it tends to be red anyway. Now I'm gonna use the Sculpting Trio in Light and the contour brush, and I'm just gonna go into the contour shade. And since I'm doing a pretty full coverage look, I took a lot of the dimension out of my face, so I wanna give myself some cheekbones. And then I wanna do this on the perimeter of my forehead and maybe knock some stuff over in the process. And I draw a line. And lately I've actually been doing a little bit of nose contour. So just I'm gonna go in with the Iridescent Luminizing Cream, and I'm gonna do top of my cheekbone. Tip of my nose, down the bridge of my nose, and then above my brows. Let's prime our eyelids with Victorious Matte Splurge. And I will put this a little bit on the lower lash line because we all know I'm going to put eyeshadow on my lower lash line. It's gonna. I'm finished with cream products, so I'm gonna go in with the Behold setting powder, and I want a little bit more preciseness, so I'm gonna use the powder and concealer brush. I'm just gonna use the powder end and set my under eye. My nose. And those areas I spot concealed. Sometimes I do my skin first, but today I'm not gonna do like blush or bronzer yet because I want to see how the eyes are going to turn out and see what's going to look best with them. Really sweating for a second there. All right, brow artist brush and the brow palette in dark, and I've been going in first with the like pomade and just kind of running that through my brows. And then I go back and I've been going with the darker shade and I start in the middle, and it just sort of sticks to the pomade, and I can slowly bring it toward the front. My brows are pretty sparse, but this definitely like defines them and fills them in, and it does stay all day. So I've been using the darkest color in here, but I will dip into the slightly lighter brown for the beginning part of my brow. Brows make a difference. Okay, so I'm gonna start out pretty chill, and I'm gonna go into palette 2 and use Honorable in the crease. So it's like a nice matte taupe. And I'm gonna do this with the crease brush. So I make sure that my eye is open so that I can see while I'm putting it here. And then I also want to make sure that I don't go too far out on the side, because that tends to not be as flattering on my eye shape. Now I'm looking at palette 5, and it is a little bit intimidating. It's a little bit dramatic, so it can be kind of hard to, like, I feel like it's hard to like get the guts to use these really bold colors, but they're so gorgeous. So I'm gonna go in with Fearless, because I'm feeling fearless. So this is the purple shimmer, and I'm gonna start that at my lash line, smudging it in, and then blending up. Smudging it in so that it's the most vivid at my lash line, and then blending it up. It's a little bit of smoke. Oh, I must have dipped my thumb into eyeshadow and then put it on the side of my face. Oh, awesome. Well, you know, dress me up, but you can't take me out. And this is another one of those strategies for those of us with hooded eyes. It can be good to put the concentration of the color closest to our lash line and then blend up, and that tends to be like another sort of flattering way to give a smoky look, but as long as you blend it and you get it like above, then you're good. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in with Sarcastic, because I'm feeling sarcastic. It's like a rust color, and we're gonna put that as the transition between that's pretty. Okay, now I'm gonna go onto the lower lash line with some Fearless. and I blend it all the way in, but I start on the outside with the most pigmented part and then just slowly blend it in so there's less product on the inside. Okay, and now I want to go back and I want to intensify these colors. So first, let's go into the crease with the crease brush and work on our honorable. Just sort of make sure that we haven't lost too much of that matte sort of intensity that we had. Just make sure that this is sort of blending out into nothing as we go up higher. Now I'm going to use the cream shadow brush, so because I want to get the most color out of these possible, I'm going to use one of the sides for Fearless and one of the sides for Sarcastic. And I'm going to just tap it on and build up that color because I want it to be strong. So I'm going in first with Fearless, just kind of packing it on. And then I'm going to go on the other side with Sarcastic. And I'm bringing it all the way into the inner corner. Again, that's your preference. If you would rather not have that color so much on the inner corner, you obviously do not have to. And I'm building it up a little bit so that you can still see a bit of it when my eyes open. Okay, then I'm going to go back in with the crease brush and blend those two colors together first. The honorable and the sarcastic. Then I'm going to go back on my lower lash line with some Fearless. And then I'm going to do some Sarcastic on the inner portion. Okay, and then we have to use Brilliant as an inner quarter highlight because it's awesome. So let's do, I have another empty crease brush, thank goodness, for once. Okay, and I'm gonna go into Brilliant, which is the bright silver, and just get that right in that inner corner. So right around my tear duct. And then just sort of blend it out with my fingers. Oh, that's so cute. Okay. Oh, we are getting there, folks. We are getting there. All right, so now let's do some eyeliner. So let's go in with Perfect. Perfect is our black pencil eyeliner. Align the upper lash line. And then the outer corner of the lower lash line. And then we can start to smudge it a teensy bit. So let's finish our face. So I do want to go in with the bronzer. So I'm going to do the blusher brush and some of the Beachfront bronzer. And I'm just going to use that to give me a little bit of color. So on my cheekbones, and then blending up so it's going into sort of where the highlight is as well as like going around where the contour was. Give me a little bit of a sun-kissed glow, since we all know I have not been out in the sun. Okay, let's finish our eyes with mascara. So as many coats of fibers and lashes as you desire. Alright, so now it is time for lips. So I feel like this is where I struggle a lot of times because I tend to do the same type of lip all the time, and it's not like a purposeful thing. I just, for lips, tend to stick to what I know and what I'm comfortable with. But I actually kind of want to play a little bit, so. Alright, so I'm going to go in with Affluent, which is like a matte, taupey, mauvey. And I like to soften the edges with my fingers so it doesn't look too like exact, so it looks a little, I don't know, more soft. All right, and this is the finished look. I don't know why I always have to make my hair look wild. Like, just let it be, Jen, let it be. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you like this look. Please ask me any questions and make any comments. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much.